the alarm rings, or perhaps the sun just gently touches your eyelids. For most, this is a moment of resistance, a battle between the comfort of sleep and the demands of the day. But I ask you to reframe this moment entirely. It is not a battle, it is an invitation to be present. The very act of waking up is a victory, a renewal of life itself. The moment you become conscious, you are given a choice. You can choose to be a passive recipient of the day's events, reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can be the conscious creator of your reality, proactively shaping your experience from within. This distinction is not merely semantic, it is the fundamental difference between living a life of reaction and living a life of deliberate action. I want you to think about this simple fact. You have no control over what happened yesterday. The past is a closed book. You have no control over what will happen in a few hours or even a few minutes. The future is an unwritten story. The only thing you truly possess, the only point of leverage you have for change is this very moment, the moment of your awakening. So what is your intention for this moment? Is it to rush, to panic, to immediately check a screen and fill your mind with the noise and demands of the outside world, allowing external pressures to dictate your internal state? Or is it to take a breath, to feel the stillness within you, a quiet reservoir of strength, to connect with the vital energy that animates your body and mind? An intentional awakening means taking a few moments before you even rise to set your direction. This is not about planning your entire day's schedule, but about visualizing the person you want to be today. Not in terms of external accomplishments or tasks completed, but in terms of your inner character and qualities. Will you be patient today, even in the face of frustration? Will you be focused, resisting distractions? Will you be kind even when challenged? See this version of yourself moving through the day with grace, strength, and composure. This is not a complex exercise. It is a simple yet profound act of presence and self-definition. It is the practice of planting a seed of purpose and virtue into the fertile soil of your day. Without this seed, your day will grow haphazardly, like a wild vine pulled in different directions by every external wind, leaving you feeling scattered and reactive. With this seed, your day grows strong and true, rooted in the values you consciously choose to embody. This repeated act of intention, performed daily, has a cumulative effect, slowly but surely rewiring your brain and shaping your habits. It builds a neural pathway for intentional living. So when you wake up, don't just open your eyes to the light, open your mind to clarity, open your heart to compassion, open your intention to purpose. This is the first crucial step of true self-mastery. It is a quiet personal revolution that happens every single morning, unseen by others, yet profoundly impactful on your entire existence. It costs you nothing but your focused attention, and it gives you everything profound control over your internal state, regardless of external circumstances. It is a practice that declares, I am not a victim of my circumstances. I am the master of my response. Remember this feeling, this clarity, this sense of inner command, and carry it with you as you rise. Let it be the quiet hum of power that resonates throughout your day. You hear the word discipline, and you may immediately think of hardship, strict rules, or a rigid, joyless routine. But I want to offer you a different perspective. True discipline is not about punishment. It is about love. It is the profound love for the person you know you can be, the person you aspire to become. A morning ritual is the physical embodiment of this love, a tangible expression of your commitment to your highest self. It is the promise you make to yourself, before the world has a chance to distract you, before the demands and noise of external life begin to pull your attention away. It is a series of simple, deliberate actions that train your mind and body to work together in harmony, forging a powerful internal alliance. Think of a warrior, not just a fighter but a master of their craft. A true warrior does not wait until a battle begins to train their body, sharpen their mind, and hone their spirit. Their strength, their focus, their reflexes, their unwavering composure are built in the quiet, consistent hours of practice, long before any challenge arises. Your morning ritual is your training ground. It is where you forge your mental and physical armor for the day, preparing yourself not just for tasks but for unexpected challenges, for moments of stress, for opportunities that demand your best. A ritual can be anything. As long as it is done with intention and consistency, it could be 5 minutes of silent meditation to calm the mind, a series of simple stretches, or a short yoga sequence to gently wake up your body, a few moments of journaling to clear your thoughts and set priorities, or even simply enjoying a cup of tea in mindful silence. The specific content of the ritual is less important than the unwavering consistency with which you perform it. What truly matters is that you create a space that is sacred, a time that is exclusively for you, a sanctuary from the external world. This is not a selfish act. In fact, it is the most selfless act you can perform. By strengthening yourself, by cultivating your inner peace and clarity, you become a stronger, more resilient, and more present support for your family, your colleagues, your community, and your work. A morning ritual anchors you. It reminds you every single day that you are in control of your habits, not the other way around. Every time you consciously choose to do your ritual, even when you don't feel like it, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. You are building a mental muscle of self-control and self-respect. And this muscle is what allows you to handle the inevitable challenges and uncertainties of the day with grace, resilience, and wisdom. When a moment of chaos arises, when unexpected news arrives, when a difficult conversation presents itself, you will not be swept away by it because your foundation has been built. The strength, the calm, the clarity you cultivated in the quiet of the morning will serve you powerfully in the noise and demands of the afternoon and evening. It is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Even on the days you feel tired, unmotivated, or simply overwhelmed, doing just one small part of your ritual is a profound victory. It is a signal to your subconscious that you keep your promises to yourself, that your commitment to your well-being is unwavering. So I ask you, what is your ritual? What is the one small consistent thing you can commit to doing every morning to honor your own potential and build this inner strength? Begin small, but begin. The transformation begins with that first deliberate step. The greatest challenge of the day is often not the most inherently difficult task on your list, but rather the first one. The first task is the critical moment when you transition from intention and ritual into concrete action. For many, this is a point of resistance, a subtle internal battle where the mind seeks comfort and delay, choosing to procrastinate the inevitable. But I want you to see this moment, this first action, in an entirely different light. The first task is not merely a chore, it is a declaration of victory. It is the immediate, tangible proof that you are capable, that you are a person who takes action, that you are in command of your own will. This is precisely why I recommend choosing a small but meaningful task to complete immediately after your morning ritual. The task itself can be deceptively simple: making your bed with precision, cleaning a small area of your living space, sending that one important email you've been putting off, or organizing a desk drawer. The specific nature of the task is not the point. The profound point is the feeling of accomplishment, the quiet satisfaction that comes with its completion. It is a mental win that creates powerful momentum for the rest of your day. It is a quiet, internal confirmation that you are the master of your actions, not a slave to inertia or distraction. Think of it like this: your day is a long, often challenging journey. The first completed task, no matter how small, is like taking the first strong, confident step on that journey. It builds your internal confidence. It proves to you in a very real and immediate way that you have the power to initiate and finish what you start. This initial momentum is invaluable. It will subtly but powerfully carry you through the next tasks and the next, making the entire journey feel less daunting, more manageable, and ultimately more achievable. Conversely, procrastination, the act of delaying that first task, is not a neutral act. It is a series of small, insidious defeats. Each time you put something off, each time you choose comfort over action, you are casting a vote for "I am not capable" or "I am not in control." And over time, this repeated internal messaging erodes your belief in yourself, diminishes your self-efficacy, and makes it harder to start anything at all. So, choose your first task wisely. Make it something that is entirely within your control and can be completed relatively quickly, within 5 to 15 minutes. Do not make it a task that depends on other people, requires complex coordination, or involves factors outside your immediate influence. Make it a simple personal victory that you can achieve independently. And when you complete it, do not rush immediately to the next thing. Take a brief moment to acknowledge that feeling of satisfaction, that quiet sense of achievement. This feeling is not arrogance. It is earned confidence, a legitimate reward for your discipline. It is a powerful reminder that you are a person who follows through, a person who honors their intentions with action. The quality of your day is often determined, more than anything else, by the quality of its beginning. Start with a win, a conscious, deliberate victory, and you are far more likely to continue winning, building a cascade of positive actions throughout your waking hours. In the relentless rush of modern life, we often find ourselves living not in the present moment, but constantly in the future or the past. We are either consumed by worrying about what is to come, planning for the next task, or regretting what has been, replaying past conversations and missed opportunities. But life, true life, vibrant and fully experienced, only happens in the present moment. The past is a memory. The future is a projection, but the present is the only reality you truly inhabit, and the fastest, most direct, and universally accessible way to return to this vital present moment is through your breath. Your breath is not just a physiological function, it is the bridge between your conscious mind and your physical body, between your swirling thoughts and the tangible reality of your existence. I want you to cultivate the practice of taking a few moments every morning and indeed throughout your day to simply breathe, not the shallow, unconscious, automatic breathing we do all day long, barely noticing its existence, but mindful, intentional breathing. Find a comfortable position, whether sitting, standing, or even lying down, and simply observe the flow of air. Feel it enter your nose, cool and fresh, travel down into your lungs, expanding your chest and abdomen, and then feel it release slowly and completely, carrying away tension and stale energy. Do not try to control your breath, do not force a particular rhythm or depth, simply be the observer. Notice the subtle sensations, notice the natural rhythm. This practice is deceptively simple in its execution, yet profoundly powerful in its effects. It is powerful because it trains you to be aware without judgment. It teaches you that thoughts will inevitably come and go, like clouds drifting across the vast open sky of your mind. Your job is not to stop the thoughts, which is an impossible and frustrating endeavor, but to simply watch them pass, without engaging with them, without attaching yourself to their narratives, without judging them as good or bad. When your mind inevitably wanders, and it will, for that is the nature of the mind, simply and gently bring your attention back to the sensation of your breath. This gentle return, this repeated act of bringing your focus back, is the essence of meditation. It is not about emptying your mind, it is about training your mind to be present, to be a tool that you direct, rather than a master that directs you. This daily practice of mindful breathing is your internal reset button. Physiologically, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, calming the fight or flight response, reducing stress hormones, and lowering your heart rate. Mentally, it increases your clarity of thought, improves your focus, and enhances your emotional regulation. Spiritually, it reminds you that you have an anchor, an unchanging source of peace and stillness that is always within you, always accessible, regardless of external circumstances. In the face of a chaotic day, the memory of this morning calm, the ability to return to your breath, can be your immediate sanctuary, your portable haven. You can always return to your breath, and with it, return to the present moment, bringing calm to chaos, clarity to confusion. It is a powerful tool for self-regulation, a constant reminder that your inner state is your most valuable possession and it is always within your reach. Finally, I want to talk about the mindset you carry with you throughout the day, a mindset that distinguishes those who merely exist from those who truly thrive. A master's mindset is not about achieving perfection, for perfection is an illusion, a static state that denies the very nature of growth. Instead, it is about persistence, resilience, and the unwavering belief in continuous improvement. It is the profound understanding that every single day is a new beginning, a fresh canvas, a new opportunity to learn, to grow, to adapt, and to become stronger than you were the day before. This perspective liberates you from the heavy burden of past mistakes and failures. If yesterday was a day of struggle, a day where you fell short, or a day filled with setbacks, today is not. Today is a new day. You are not a prisoner of your history, bound by past choices or external labels. You are the architect of your future, and your present moment is the only workshop you need. And the most important tool in this ongoing work of self-creation is your conscious awareness. Are you truly aware of your thoughts as they arise? Do you notice the subtle shifts in your emotions as you interact with the world? Are you conscious of your actions, observing them as if from a slight distance, rather than being swept away by them? True self-mastery is not about perfectly controlling these internal and external phenomena, for that too is an illusion. Rather, it is about being acutely aware of them as they happen in real time without judgment. This awareness is your superpower. This heightened awareness allows you to make conscious choices, instead of merely reacting out of ingrained habit, unconscious programming, or raw emotion. When a difficult situation arises, a frustrating email, an unexpected obstacle, a critical remark, your conscious awareness can remind you to take a breath, to pause, to create a small space between stimulus and response. In that space, you have the freedom to choose a response that is aligned with your values, with the intentional person you decided to be this morning, rather than just reacting with anger, frustration, or fear. This is the fundamental difference between a master and a novice. The novice reacts impulsively, driven by immediate emotions and external pressures. The master responds deliberately, guided by internal principles and conscious choice. So, as you go through your day, remember what you did this morning. Remember the clear intention you set for yourself, the sacred ritual you performed to ground your spirit, the first task you completed to build momentum, and the calm you found in your breath. This is not just a morning routine, it is a profound life practice. It is a continuous commitment to yourself, a daily act of building a stronger, more peaceful, more resilient, and more purposeful you. The external world may be full of chaos, uncertainty, and constant demands, but your inner world can be a place of unshakable calm, a fortress of serenity that no external force can penetrate without your permission. And it all begins with how you listen to yourself, how you greet the dawn, and how you choose to awaken to your own potential every single morning. This daily practice compounds, building not just a better day but a better life, one conscious moment at a time. We have spoken of the intentional awakening, the power of ritual, the victory of the first task, and the anchor of mindful breathing. These are the foundations laid in the quiet sanctity of your morning. But the true test of your mastery, the real challenge, begins when you step out of that quiet space and into the demanding, often chaotic rhythm of the day. It is easy to find stillness when the world is asleep. The true art lies in cultivating and maintaining that inner stillness amidst the day's relentless demands. The noise, the deadlines, the unexpected problems, the constant stream of information, these are the currents that threaten to pull you away from your center. This is where the practice of presence throughout the day becomes paramount. It is not enough to simply have a good morning. You must learn to carry that morning's clarity and calm with you, like a portable sanctuary. How do we do this? Through the conscious insertion of micro pauses or mini meditations into your daily routine. These are brief, intentional moments, perhaps just 30 seconds or a minute, where you consciously disengage from the external flurry and reconnect with your breath, with your body, with your internal state. Before you answer the phone, take a breath. Before you open a new email, take a breath. Before you transition from one meeting to the next, take a breath. This simple act creates a small pocket of stillness, allowing you to reset, to recenter, and to respond more consciously rather than react impulsively. When unexpected challenges arise, and they will, for life is unpredictable, your cultivated inner stillness becomes your greatest asset. Instead of immediately feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, you can train yourself to pause. Remember the practice of observing thoughts without judgment from your morning breathing. Apply that here. Observe the rising frustration, the surge of anxiety, but do not become it. Simply acknowledge it, and then gently return your attention to your breath. This immediate return to your breath is your most reliable anchor in any storm. It is a physiological and psychological circuit breaker that prevents you from being swept away by emotional reactivity. It allows you to access your wisdom, your problem-solving abilities, and your compassion, even under pressure. Furthermore, cultivating inner stillness means learning to set boundaries and protect your energy. In a world that constantly demands your attention, saying no to distractions, to unnecessary commitments, or even to your own internal urge to constantly be doing, is a powerful act of self-mastery. It is a recognition that your energy and focus are finite resources, and you are responsible for their wise allocation. This isn't about isolation, it's about intentional engagement. It's about choosing where and how you expend your energy, rather than allowing it to be drained indiscriminately. This sustained approach to presence and stillness throughout the day leads not just to momentary bursts of productivity, but to a deeper, more consistent sense of well-being, sustained focus, and genuine peace. True mastery, then, is not just about how you start your day, but how you endure it. It's about how you navigate the complexities and pressures while maintaining your internal composure. It's about the continuous, moment-by-moment practice of returning to your center, no matter how far you feel pulled away. This is the path of the master, not avoiding the storm, but learning to stand firm and still within it. The calm you find in the morning is not meant to stay in the morning, it is meant to be carried, cultivated, and expanded throughout every single moment of your waking life.